Hi guys, this is Lydia, the lifestyle coach, and I'm coming to you from the Las Vegas airport because that's where I am. I'm on my way to Laguna Beach. It's going to be awesome. I have a really fun event out there, but I know that we do live feed on Wednesdays, so we're going to make it happen. And I've been up since like really early this morning, so hopefully this will all make sense. But excited to chat with you guys about part 2 of debunking diets, because I know this comes up so much, and it's a totally natural thing, and a lot of us are stuck in that cycle. I know that I was for very many years, and that was a thing that really kept me in my bulimia for a very long time of like, okay, well, we've just got to fix it, right? We've got to fix it first. So we're going to talk about that specifically today, and feel free to ask any questions in the comments or put your little hearts or likes or whatever you want to do, because that's what we're here for, right? Doing whatever we want to do. So part 2, we're going to talk about the idea of dieting to fix an eating disorder. And totally makes sense, right? You eat a ton of food and you're gaining weight and you're terrified about it. And it keeps happening, right? So you're in this cycle and you don't know how to stop it. So dieting, like, it makes sense in our hearts, right? It's like, oh, isn't this the way that I'm fixing the behavior that I'm doing? If you eat a ton of food, then don't you need to diet to make up for the ton of food that you ate? You want to, like, that's like an intellectually, like, yeah, let's do that. And it's natural to want to fix things, but when we fix them in ways that actually make them worse, then it keeps us in a cycle. And a lot of us don't see this yet. I know I didn't see it for a long time, so I just want to be totally clear with that today. So you want to do something to fix it, you're out of control with food, and so you want to gain control back. So why not control your food, right? And you need to lose weight anyway because you've been gaining weight from the binging. So here's the issue. Dieting is the #1 cause of eating disorders. So it's like this. You drink poison, you feel terrible because you drank poison. You want to feel better. And all the messages that you're getting from the world says, here, drink this to make yourself feel better. But that drink is poison. And what makes things worse, it actually makes things worse, and you want to feel better. So you drink some more of that stuff, which is the poison that started this in the first place. So do you see this like crazy cycle that keeps us in this loop of like, okay, the thing that made you feel bad is actually the cause of the thing that made you feel bad, and you take the thing that makes you feel worse, which is the same ingredients, right? It's the same poison that we're drinking to fix it as it is that makes us feel awful, okay? So this pattern, seeing the problem. So dieting leads to eating disorders as the solution that, okay, well, we need to diet harder then. It keeps women in this cycle for sometimes the rest of their lives. Like, there are women who live their entire lives trying to lose weight, their entire lives trying to diet, and it's driven because they're trying to fix their crazies with food, their binge eating and their bulimia. They're trying to fix it with the dieting. And so it just goes in that cycle over and over. So the first step is to stop drinking the poison. And I know that it sounds scary, right? Because that's what we're used to. We're used to trying to fix this problem this way. But think, has dieting ever fixed your relationship with food? When is your eating the very worst? I bet you could track it back to you start a diet to try to fix the weight gain from all that you've been eating, or try to feel better or make up for it somehow. And you start into a diet to try to fix it. What happens the minute things get wobbly? What happens the minute sometimes that you even think about going on that diet? Your relationship with food gets way worse, right? And I bet you can trace back your relationship with food that's totally distorted back to when you started dieting. If you guys watch my interviews with these women who are totally free from their eating disorders after sometimes, 10, 25 years of being caught in this cycle, so many times it's traced back to their first diet. And sadly, for a lot of us, that was when we were like 8 or 12. Like, we didn't even have an option. Like, somebody else put us on that diet. So how do you act around food once you fall off the wagon of your diet? And how many times have you tried that before? Has it ever worked? Has it ever worked? Thinking of your actual behavior. I'm not talking about the excitement of the first few days when you're dieting. I'm talking about like long term, what happens once things start getting wobbly? And have you ever been able to stick to that for the rest of your life? Has it ever changed your relationship for the better with food? It's not that you haven't found the right diet. It's that dieting is the problem. But it's not always easy. Like some of us don't even know how to eat when we're not on a diet because we've been dieting or binging our entire lives in that cycle. So if you want help to get out of that cycle and know the in-between of like just normal eating, then there is absolutely help. If you guys want to pop on a free session, there should be some more free 45-minute sessions. We just opened some more up on the calendar. So you can go to lydiawente.com/apply and you can snag a free spot for a 45-minute session to get that first step to help you out of this cycle. And I know it's not always an easy feeling to think of going to something that is unknown, right? It's like we've never done that before. We've never stepped out of the diet binge cycle. So do you want to? Like, would it be worth it to find something else? And the other question is what you're doing working for you right now? So dieting to fix an eating disorder. There's my little blurb in part 2 of Debunking Diets about how ineffective it is to drink the same poison to try to feel better from the poison that we already drank. Lydia, the lifestyle coach, signing off. Mwah. Bye.